Hello. Um, I thought about making this video for quite some time. Um, it always feels a little weird talking about myself and sort of giving people updates about what's going on with me and things that are going on in my life. I'm not I'm not terribly important in this world. I'm not a social media influencer or some geopolitical leader or a business owner or whatever. I'm just, you know, professional in their early 30s, living in the city, trying to do something meaningful and carry on a happy life. And for most of my adult life, and indeed, I think my childhood and adolescence, 95, 96% of the time, I've been happy and I've been content and I've been pretty, you know, okay with my lot in life and the friends that I've had and all of that. And the last couple months have been really, really tough, really difficult. There have been a number of changes in my life, the end of a long term relationship, a pretty difficult, demanding job, my sort of chronic health issues catching up with me, um, you know, living in a place or living in an apartment that I only had ever shared with a partner, now being kind of totally on my own. It added up. And I think that for a long time I said to myself, well, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're doing okay. You're only miserable if you say you're miserable. And I kind of came to this realization, I don't know, about a month ago that, you know, states of being can exist without me vocalizing them. And I realized that I had become truly miserable, truly sad, and that the balance of my days was made up of anxiety and sadness and stress. And it was really hard to know where to turn. Um, I tried quitting my job, and the powers that be at my job called me and said, no, don't quit. Please don't quit. We don't think you should quit. We like you, which was nice. And they convinced me to take a medical leave, which is starting tomorrow, and that I'll be taking for 2 months, and to sort of just focus on myself, physical health, mental health, all of that. And in the last few weeks, I've been noticing some really odd symptoms for someone like me. It's been very, very hard a lot of days to do anything, to get up the motivation to even take a shower or get dressed or brush my teeth or eat anything. I can't really explain it. It's just kind of a feeling of no, don't get in the shower. I'll turn the water on, I'll let it run, I'll take off all my clothes and I'll just stare at the water and turn it off and then go back on the couch or in my bed or whatever. And that'll happen 5, 6, 7 times a day. And it's really baffling to me. I don't have a phobia of the shower. I love taking showers. I love, you know, usually I have a lazy streak, but usually I love, you know, facing the day, doing this, doing that. And the last few weeks, it's just been really, really tough. I've been to the emergency room a couple times, both for my lung stuff and for mental health stuff. I went to a family doctor recently, walk-in clinic, so I don't have a family doctor because I didn't know where else to turn. Um, you know, I just felt that this was really, really abnormal and kind of difficult and really unusual for someone like me. And the emergency room didn't do much. I basically went and they listened to me and they they said sort of more kindly than this. They said, "Well, what do you want us to do about it?" Which maybe that's fair. The walk-in clinic was a little more understanding, and I was very honest with them. I'm not exaggerating or anything of the sort. And they talked about medication for me. And this is, I have to say, and I say this with a great deal of privilege, all of this is relatively new for me and relatively uncharted territory. I sort of started therapy in the last 5 or 6 months, but that's been on and off. So medication is a whole new thing, but I'm willing to give it a try, I said. And they prescribed me with this. It's reversed, but it's called Cipralex. It's a anti-anxiety, antidepressant medication. I was on a very low dosage. I am on a very low dosage. I was even on a subtherapeutic dosage for the first few days. It hasn't really done too much. I haven't really felt too differently. It's messed up my sleep quite a bit, but I'm told these things take a few weeks to kick in, and I've only been on it for a couple weeks. So I'm going to finish it and see how it goes. And I just want to sort of acknowledge, sort of put this as a video diary, that this is a really tough, kind of difficult time in my life. And I'm trying to be mindful about that. I know mindfulness is one of those catch-all sort of cliched terms that gets bandied about and used and abused and overused, but I really am trying to be conscious in these moments and understand that, this too shall pass. And I'm trying to approach it from the perspective of when I finally get back to feeling normal again, to my baseline, even just feeling normal again will be a huge, huge relief, I'll feel a huge sense of gratification, and I think it will wake me up to the things that I was taking for granted before. Waking up on an average day and just feeling normal, feeling average. And I think probably when you are blessed with that for maybe too long, if that's such a thing, you start losing sight of the many great things you have going on and not being thankful for them. And I think this is a lesson to me. I'm not necessarily saying it's one I deserve, but certainly one that's going to be of use to me for, I hope, many years to come. And, I will be off work for 2 months, and I'm looking forward to that. That will be quite a relief. And I'm hoping to do a mixture of fun stuff, relaxing stuff, healthy stuff, and get back into the swing of things in the new year, feeling better, or at least feeling a little less shitty. But I've always found a lot of value in sharing, and I think that's what the point of this is. If you're around, if you're in the city or even out of the city and you want to hang out, I will have quite a bit of time on my hands between now and the middle of February. So I hope you are all well. I love you all. And if you are feeling this way, or feeling similarly to the way that I am feeling, or if any of this sort of rings true to you or hits home, you're not in this alone, and we will get through it, and we will persevere, and we will triumph. And I feel that very strongly. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and have a lovely, lovely evening and a lovely holiday season.